Alan Ritchson is an excellent contender for the part of Reacher, considering Lee Child's character was named for him for a good reason. Readers of Lee Child's books were understandably dissatisfied when Tom Cruise was initially cast as Jack Reacher in the 2012 film. The actor simply did not look like the character. Despite the early criticism, Tom Cruise used his acting chops to a considerable degree, and the picture did well at the box office and even inspired a sequel. In contrast, the hiring of Alan Ritchson in the Amazon version of Lee Child's books was met with overwhelmingly positive reviews due to the actor's convincing portrayal of the character. Viewers were already pleased with Ritchson's casting when they saw him mimic Reacher's actions in the pilot and found that few performers could have done a better job of bringing the character to life. Looking into where the term Reacher came from gives us even more confidence that Alan Ritchson is the one for the part. In an interview that was published in January magazine, Lee Child revealed that he had a hard time naming the protagonist of his book, Killing Floor, even after he had begun writing the first Jack Reacher novel. Nevertheless, he was able to settle on the name of his book series and its protagonist thanks to a fortuitous event that occurred in the store. An elderly woman once commented, "You're a nice tall chap. Could you reach me that can?" After seeing the author's height, 6'4", 1.93 meters, while he and his wife were grocery shopping. Additionally, Lee Child acknowledged that Reacher embodies many aspects of his childhood self. His wife Jane made a joke after listening to the woman and said, "Hey, if this writing thing doesn't pan out, you could always be a Reacher in a supermarket." Suddenly, after hearing his wife's joke, Lee Child had the epiphany that Reacher was the ideal name for his character. Additionally, Lee Child acknowledged that Reacher embodies many aspects of his childhood self. He, too, grew big very early, much like Jack Reacher, which gave him the confidence to rule the yard and an invincible spirit. Even when the bullies retreated to their homes, he patiently awaited their return. He was just like Reacher in that he would get into fights frequently but never start them. But even if he broke a number of arms, he still felt on the side of the angels. To a greater or lesser extent, Reacher embodied the identical sentiment. It is not surprising that the author chose to give the figure that name after someone else linked it to him. After all, he drew from his own experiences to create him.